Snrplat versus Funkyhao, best of 3. The finals are about to begin. We have a 𝗬𝗺 and 𝗂𝗶𝗺 starting up today against a 𝗬𝗺 and a against a 𝗬𝗺 and a 𝗬𝗀𝗺 right up the beat right now, and it is looking pretty solid. Let me get that scoreboard up. I need to fix the scoreboard a little bit more because it is still a bit hard to read, I guess, for some people because of it being a black shade of outline on it, but I will work on it eventually. But as of this picks right now, we have a 𝗧𝗵𝗶 coming in here as well. It can be a problematic situation since 𝗬𝗧 is banned, and well, Plat cannot take all his toxics in there because 𝗬𝗀𝗺 is still around, and it can be a problem. That was a quick backpan phase. Just like I said last time, they both fought each other. They were just so quick at pick banning. Once the first two were decided, they were instantly taking their Tems in, and that is exactly the same thing happening all over again in this matchup as well. Let us see how this turns out to be. We have a 𝗂𝗶𝗺 who can show off, but actually no, he can't, because I believe Platron's Hibernate, Late Torment, Savage Suplex and Clinch. There is no show off in this 𝗂𝗶𝗺 here. So if you ever wanted to play a 𝗂𝗶𝗺 without show off, this is your time, this is your turn. Take a look at how this player plays this. He's one of the finest players in Temtem out there, fighting it out for the 700k online and $100 on the line as well. Madrid is coming in as well here right now. I believe it's not the best to do right now because of Intimidator being still around. The Receptive is being denied. Plague can be coming in, but no Embers is coming in on that Madrid. 74.5% clinch. Follow up as well. It will be going down to 30% almost. 29.3% actually, to be accurate. Well, now here's the thing. 𝗬𝗀𝗺 can do some damage, but both of them are really chonkers. They can't really take much damage. He has to swap out. I mean, Savage Suplex is gonna hurt him really hard, and we have a 𝗬𝗎 coming in, which means a Crystal Deluge is coming in. Most likely Protector completely dissolved by the 𝗬𝗺 right now, getting so much value. Plat is already swapping it out for a 𝗬𝗺. He doesn't care if 𝗬𝗺 goes to sleep, I think. Yep, the 𝗬𝗺 will be taking that hit in and going to sleep for 3 turns. Looks like a solid plan. Savage Suplex coming in on that 𝗬𝗎. Good chunk of 41% damage right there. Despite being half damage, doesn't really care. 𝗂𝗶𝗺 smashes when it wants to smash. I am not sure if he has 𝗂𝗑𝗇𝗺𝗃. Let me just check again. It was Savage Suplex, Late Torment, Clinch, and I believe 𝗂𝗑𝗇𝗺𝗃. Am I right? I think I'm right. Oh no, Hibernate. So no 𝗂𝗑𝗇𝗺𝗃 actually. So Hibernate, Clinch, Savage Suplex, and Late Torment is the moveset on this 𝗂𝗶𝗺 right now. So there will be no 𝗂𝗑𝗇𝗺𝗃 on that Madrid at least. But legit, that 𝗂𝗶𝗺 is still threatening to be on field like that, just chilling and vibing. Yeah, and 𝗏𝗂𝗽 does have Sentinel, which will be removing that sleep. 𝗬𝗺 is awake already. He will be getting the turn in. 𝗬𝗎 will be taking that Toxic King and going straight down just because it's a 𝗬𝗎 with a gun. That is an insane turn for 𝗏𝗂𝗽 right there. He probably planned it out and brought the 𝗏𝗂𝗽 in just to remove that sleep. This was such a good turn for 𝗏𝗏𝗽. The match is already looking like flinging around because he is getting so much value right now out of his trades one by one. Since 𝗬𝗺 is not there, the trades are definitely getting value. He can possibly bring the 𝗬𝗺 in again and kill the Madrid, not like denying the Scavenger as well if he wants to. Or else he can always Faraday Cage if he wants to go that way. But regardless, Matt has been playing excellently well right now. The swaps are on point. The Trades are on point. Everything is looking so good for him right now. Getting sorted up. Crystal spikes coming in on that 𝗂𝗶𝗃. Down from 57 to 53. Faraday cage coming in. Isolated. There will be no poison ticks applied, but another isolated being applied as well. A water jet coming in. 238.7%. I don't know if Matt knew about isolated as well, but there was an isolation which stopped the 3 poison ticks going there. He most likely knew because he did water jet, which applies the frozen status as well, which technically doesn't do anything, but another one on top of it is gonna freeze it. But since Velocity is faster, it doesn't make a difference. It's only one turn. It's gonna be removed as soon as this turn is done, kind of. So we have 𝗀𝗃 coming in, and 𝗧𝗵𝗶 will be going down from that sea spikes. Scavenger procking up again, 58.7%. It is taking damage from toxic ticks, but 𝗵𝗶lang slowly getting out of hand. +2 speed right now. We have seen that 𝗵𝗶lang do work in the past as well. Unnoticed value. The speed is nice for execution. It is indeed. But even if not, leaving a 𝗵𝗶lang on 100% HP and +3 speed is so disgusting that it can stack a lot of damage, and Matt realizes this, and Matt will definitely cage it in, or at least do some damage to it so that there is no more procs. So if I look at the swaps right now, this is still looking rough, but the +2 speed on 𝗵𝗶lang is definitely a good thing to have, but it can still be taken under control if it is being handled correctly. We have a Tulkun coming in, and 𝗃𝗚𝗚 is jumping in right now as well. Base jump is coming in, and so is Plague on the other side. The Tulkun is going down. Will be taking the exhaust and getting trapped here as well, with that 𝗃𝗚𝗚 on 100% HP and 100% stamina as well, but unnoticed is being denied by the Tyrannac. His presence right now is giving so much value, turn after turn after turn. That Tyrannac is definitely proving to be good at that part. 𝗂𝗶𝗃 is coming in right now, and it will be not taking damage, I guess. 𝗀𝗃 is directed to 𝗃𝗚𝗚, and a wind burst on 𝗂𝗶𝗃's slot, which will be going down. I think it was supposed to be sacrificing, and late torment coming in again will be taking it down from 90 to 18.2%. Slow and steadily, Matt is asserting the dominance by getting the Tems on low HP. This 𝗃𝗚𝗚 is definitely looking stronger and stronger as the turn goes on, because he can still hibernate. The Mashuk can still do a lot of chunk damage here, to be honest. If, like, I think What Matt needs right now is a clinch on the 𝗀𝗀𝗃 and swap the Mushuk out and get the Tyrannac in, kill that 𝗀𝗀𝗃, because 𝗀𝗀𝗃 with Tornado online is the only threat that Mushuk has right now. After that, Mushuk can pretty much go wild if it wants to, but Matt did not make the swap here. He instead stayed in, and this will be a turn where 𝗃𝗀𝗃, is he living this? And no, sadly he will not be living this, but I believe that Matt has to kill that 𝗀𝗃𝗃 right now, otherwise it's gonna be a Hail Mary for him. And it will be going after that 𝗀𝗃𝗃, it will be going down. Okay, no stamina move flank. Make sure to note that no stamina move flank is gonna be a big thing right now, because if he attacks, he's gonna overexert, which is gonna be kind of huge. Mudred decides to come in front of the Tyrannac, which again is gonna be a problem, because Plague is online. Plague can outspeed, but I don't think so. Looking at this board, +4 speed, +1 speed, they are definitely going first. But Muflang goes back, trying to get a scavenger proc right now. I see on that Walash, he is trying to get some value, but if it goes wrong, it will not go wrong, and that Soil's team is gonna give him one scavenger up. Uppercut comes in, that's another scavenger buff. Goes up to 45% from down 5%. This is what Funky does. Time and time again, we have seen this back and forth a lot of times. Is this Mushuk gonna be enough to punch and kill everything on the board? Probably still dies to an uppercut because not enough damage, but is it gonna be a Mushuk versus Muflang, where Muflang outshines the Mushuk or not? We are gonna find out pretty quick enough. I think it comes down to, does he have tenderness, and that Walash will be going down. Does he have the tenderness is the question, because tenderness is gonna be really big right now. Tenderness or not, tenderness is not, I can't speak. Tenderness or not is the question right now. Okay, Mushuk is tanking right now. Both of them looks like no tenderness on either side, which means it's gonna be an even battle, I guess. But Muflang is definitely way more faster. Wastewalker comes in, 73% down to 47.3. The speed is not enough, and looks like the Muflang will be taking this away. Execution coming in. Looks like Ali was saying something like, who runs that useless move? And Ali, sadly, I have a bad news for you. We literally have an execution coming in, and it will be straight up Funky taking that match away in the grand finals, taking the lead over Snrplat right now. So they are going pretty quick as well. Again, 𝗂𝗶𝗆 and Goat have been picked up again, but we have a Tyrannac 𝗃𝗀𝗃 start again, which means the Trap and Late Torment combo is online again this time around. It is gonna be rough again, but that was a quick pick ban again. We have a Funkyhao coming in, start again. Here's where we are right now. Tyrannac 𝗃𝗀𝗃 against a Walash and 𝗀𝗃𝗃. Looks like a deja vu, because it is almost a deja vu from last match. Tyrannac disabling all the traits again. It can be pretty rough if the Late Torment goes here and hits pretty hard on the Walash. So Funky just retreats the Walash this time around. Completely trying to sacrifice the Mudred here, I think. So we have a Plague coming in on that Mudred, going down to 52.1%, and looks like a Late Torment will be coming in, but it doesn't matter because the Resistant will be countering that. Wait a second. Hold on. Intimidator defend, like, Hold on a second. Ah, it's the fake beard. Okay, my bad. I was almost tripping myself. I was like, how did that work? It was not receptive. It was actually the fake beard that worked out. J-Dragon. That's exactly what tripped me as well, because Intimidator is online. It's not the trait, it's the item. I'm trying to keep up, guys. I'm trying to keep up here. Okay? It's the item. The fake beard that he had stopped him from getting exhausted, which stopped him from getting trapped. I'm trying to be on the same page, guys. I'm trying to be on the same page. They are going at full speed right now, no stops. Intimidator coming in again, eating out the protector value as well. Boosting whip coming in on that moderate. We probably see a crystal deluge coming in. And straight up counter for crystal deluge comes in front of in face of 𝗧𝗵𝗶, but no, this time a dust vortex is coming in. Embers, oh my god, doing a decent good chunk of damage down there, down to 31.2%. This was a good turn. If he tried to do a deluge, it would have been a read as well, because 𝗧𝗵𝗶 was already standing there to be awakened. This is actually insane, the amount of reads that are happening in turn after turn right now. It is actually quite bonkers. Let me get a sip of water, holy. We have some horny dragons in the chat, I see. But let me get back here. Tyrannak is looking pretty solid right now on the board. Embers is looking pretty rough on that Kino. Does not want to stay there. So 𝗂𝗶𝗵 is making its way back in right now. It cannot be attacked, otherwise it is going to be picking up the reactive valve for sure. Faraday is coming in with the synergy. 3 toxic ticks already applied. So looking at the swaps again, 𝗂𝗶𝗵 and 𝗧𝗵𝗶, well, 𝗂𝗂𝗶𝗵 is a bit threatened and might want to back off if Matt thinks that he needs to back off, because Wind Burst will do a little bit of damage, but Reactive Vial got its back up covered and it can still be there while it can do the water attack on that Tulkin. So I don't know if 𝗂𝗂𝗵 really wants to back off. 𝗂𝗂𝗵 can stay there legit. Fire Tornado coming in on that 𝗧𝗵𝗶 and it will be going down. Pyromaniac in full power right now. It's not actually the heater, it's Pyromaniac fire chip that is so aggressive of him. Toxic King coming in, 2 ticks of poison again. Pure 25% damage right there. Goat is getting plus speed again. Funkyhao sitting on 1-0 lead right now with taking up the speed again on that Goat, but this time the Goat is indeed taking some damage slowly and steadily as well as we speak of it. This is kind of definitely rough, because if I feel it that way, let me just quickly take a look at this again. So if we kind of take a look at this, the 𝗂𝗶𝗵 can back out because the tornado is online, but Tulkin instead decides to back out because, well, the 𝗃𝗏 doesn't seem too good to look at it. To be honest, base jump is coming in on that 𝗃𝗏, taking it down to 69.8% as suplex comes in. No more goat shit going on here. He will be taking it down. Scavenger being procced again, but doesn't matter because he didn't lose any HP. 69.7%. 𝗂𝗶𝗵 lower than 𝗃𝗏 right now as we speak. So that doesn't seem like a 1-speed 𝗃𝗏 at the moment. At least morale boosting whip coming in. Walash taking that +1 speed with the sweatband proc coming in as well. C-Spike is coming in and it will be doing good chunk of damage. 𝗂𝗀𝗆 with the 𝗹𝗶𝗺 going down. Because that 𝗂𝗀𝗆 is with a gun and 𝗏𝗏 will be taking another scavenger proc. 𝗂𝗀𝗆 will be going down and another scavenger comes in. 𝗏𝗏 is back to 100. This is definitely looking so far so good, I would say, but here's the thing, the Tyrannac is still alive. It has the flaming meteorite which can take down the 𝗏𝗏 in terms of dire need, but still Plat has a lot of counters for everything. Mushuk can kill the Mudred, 𝗂𝗶𝗃 can kill the Tulkun in correct situation. Tyrannac can help drain the stamina out if required. The 𝗂𝗶𝗃 has not procced the reactive vial yet, which is something to be worrying about for sure. Any funky voters in the chat? Dimano didn't actually put points on Funky and he's typing that he's the simp. I guess it's a false simp right now because there was no points on Funky from Dimano. But looks like Funky is going with the Crystal Dash right now on that 𝗂𝗶𝗃. Salt Steam coming in on Tyrannac. Flaming Meteorite coming in. It will be going straight up on 𝗏𝗏. Down from 100 down to 11.4. Toxic Ink will be enough to kill that 𝗏𝗏 down. This Tyrannac is not only tanky but also aggressive as hell. Tornado is online on that 𝗂𝗶𝗃. Can take that. I'm pretty sure 𝗂𝗶𝗃 can take that Tornado and still get a reactive while proc and get going with that water jet, to be honest. The question is, how long can Funky withstand this? So basically they decided to go for the Tyrannac, which means 𝗂𝗶𝗃 gets a free check on the Tulkun. It will be going down. Mushuk will be coming in and this Mudred is definitely going down right now. And this is a GG. What a finale we are having right now with 1-1 on both parties. This is probably the best finale we could have asked for. Such a close match, both sides. This is the final match for today. Best. Who is gonna be the first place winner today, taking $60 home, along with I think somewhere around between 300-400k pansons, if I am not wrong. Let us see how this goes down. 2Wire and Mushuk is the starter being picked up by Matt on this matchup. We have a 𝗏𝗏 being locked up on the other side with a 𝗂𝗀𝗆. This is the classic Funky opening we have right here. Any copy pastas in the chat? 𝗏𝗏 is being locked in with 𝗂𝗀𝗆 on turn 1. This is a quick pick and ban, to be honest. It's really quick, to be honest. I did not expect it to be that fast. I think they already know each other so good that they can just go straight up with the pick and ban quickly. So I can expect a 𝗶𝗵𝗴 here as usual, but we have a protector coming in. Finally, this is match number 3. We are actually seeing protector being applied after 2 matches of not getting applied and absolutely getting bullied by Tyrannac. Looks like we are finally going to have protector buff being applied here. Funky picks 𝗏𝗏. There we go. Copy pasta. Thank you so much, sir. You are a service to the country. So 𝗧𝗏 is in here with +1, +1, +1. Funky at its best. Matt is challenging him at its best so he can defeat him at its best. Let us see how this goes down at the end. We have a 𝗬𝗃 coming in. Beta burst comes in as well on that 2-wire, going down to 66.7%. Uppercut coming in on that 𝗬𝗃. Faraday cage going on that Kinu, splitting those attacks. Very nice, very fine. This is looking pretty exactly what the copy pasta says. Looks like a hypnosis coming in and possibly a sacrifice on the turn after on that 𝗧𝗏. But do we have a 𝗧𝗪𝗀 in this match? Yes, we do. So that hypnosis is not gonna work out in for sure. This is a problem though. 𝗧𝗪𝗀 is denying that strategy to happen, because if Matt switches in 𝗧𝗪𝗀 right now, it is absolutely denying any chance of a sleep right now. Yeah, this is definitely a problem right now. Plasma beam coming up on that 𝗧𝗃. Hypnosis coming in on that 2-wire right now. It will be going down to sleep. Funky, I hope he realizes 𝗧𝗪𝗀 can come in, but there is no 𝗧𝗏 coming in. Copy pasta is wrong. You guys are spreading rumors right now. So 𝗧𝗏 does come in, although not on hypnosis turn, but rest in peace. The scenario was set, but I think the fear of 𝗧𝗪𝗀 denying the sleep stopped Funky from doing his usual shit. This is looking really tough right now for Funky. Can he clutch this match out? This is probably one of the best matches we've been watching. Are you sure he might just man it buff? I mean, he can, but I still, you know, there is no sacrifice, you know. There is no sacrifice, you know. So that's one thing, but he can madness buff if he really wants to, because he's a badass and he wants to go out in style. But let's see if he does have the balls to do it. Madness, plasma beam coming in, and there is the famous madness buff on a hypnosis turn. He will be doing it, and there is an uppercut followed up. Doesn't do anything at all right now. Thanks to the bone status applied. Looks like Funky at its prime right now. Madness buff being applied. Looks pretty bonkers, dude. How much work can this 𝗧𝗏 get done is the question right now. How much can he do for Funky? Is Funky gonna show us some prime 𝗧𝗏 games right now? Or is he gonna get bonked, dude, by this 𝗧𝗪𝗧? We will find. Yes, that is correct. This 𝗧𝗏 is either gonna bonk or get bonked, dude. But I do think that it might swap out right now. It might just come in later on if required. But let us see how this is. Funky has lost to Plat earlier, and then one more time as well. But he is coming down from ashes, from like a phoenix. Is he gonna make this through? We have a C spike coming in on that 𝗧𝗃. It will be going down. Scavenger proccing up to 63.5%. Fire tornado coming in. It will be taking the 𝗃𝗀𝗃 down to 65.1%. Savage suplex. Is this gonna be enough? And no, it's not. This 𝗧𝗏 is still standing still, tanking those attacks like a boss. It can possibly go out, come back in later on, still get value, but 𝗧𝗏 is definitely proving his value and worth right now. Sweatband on 𝗧𝗏 definitely has enough stamina to do another attack if required. Can provide the Gentrify to 𝗬𝗃 as well if required. I'm not sure if he's running, but he definitely has a lot of options right now. He is not forced to keep that 𝗧𝗏 in unless required, so he will be backing out with it. We have a move flank coming in. It's a double swap for Matt right now, giving some tempo out here. 𝗬𝗏 making its way in here. Hibernate coming in on 𝗬𝗪, already feeling a bit threatened. Does not want to risk it, goes back to 100%. It's secure HP. That 𝗧𝗏 is definitely dangerous and he does not want to play around it right now. The GOAT is definitely taking some damage there. No one noticed for him. What are we gonna see next is the question. Is this gonna be a plague and base jump which is gonna hit like a truck for sure, because neutrality is gonna trigger. The possible swap-ins are gonna be most likely Molgu or 2-wire, and we have a common factor buff coming in, which means that 𝗹𝗶 is again gonna be just fine, but everything else is gonna get neutralized. That Goring did absolute insane amount of damage to 𝗏𝗏. I think it is not 2-wire, it was actually 2-𝗏𝗏. Looks like a savage suplex coming in. It is not taking down the 𝗏𝗏. This is looking worse and worse for 𝗏𝗏 right now, because that 𝗏𝗏 can just come in. Make sure he picks up that scavenger as well. This is looking pretty bad and pretty rough. That chamomile 𝗹𝗶 is definitely getting a punch out, but still it's not worth it, because getting Tems on low HP is definitely a way that Funky wants you to play, because literally he is gonna make use of that 𝗏𝗏 when the time comes true. As of right now, that 𝗏𝗏 doesn't have a priority move on him, so he might not go first, but depending on this Molgu speed, he can actually still go first. And he gets another attack off on that Molgu. 𝗧𝗵𝗶 coming in as well, trying to get everything as low as possible so 𝗏𝗏 can do the job here. 𝗏𝗏 going down. This looks like a perfect field for 𝗏𝗏 to enter right now, to be honest. Actually, you know what is in the back? 𝗧𝗵𝗶 is still in the back. I think 𝗧𝗵𝗶 has a better time right now to come in. Maybe 𝗏𝗏 comes in later on. Actually, yeah, I think 𝗧𝗵𝗶 is having a better time here to come in right now than the other one. What I can see right now is 𝗏𝗏 coming in on Wolfie's spot, 𝗧𝗵𝗶 attacking the Molgu, or maybe doing a gen-rip fight to just get some value out here. But if Molgu goes first, then 𝗧𝗵𝗶 is dying to 𝗂𝗶𝗵. So I think a double kill here and getting that 𝗏𝗏 up is probably the best play he can pull out right now. So 𝗧𝗵𝗶 on Molgu and bringing that 𝗏𝗏 might be the play, but let us see how this plays out to be. 𝗹𝗶 coming in again with that chamomile proc. 4 ticks of immunity again. Harmful microwaves on that Molgu was the play. Looks like it. Plague is coming in as well. 𝗹𝗶 down to 55% again. 𝗏𝗏's ranges are so close here that I can feel the heartbeat of these Tems that are feeling a 𝗏𝗏 coming in soon. I swear I never had been hyped up so much for a tournament before. The finals are absolutely bonkers, dude. I've been saying way too much bonkers, but I will blame my friend 𝗧𝗏𝗺 for that. He has gotten me into a habit of yelling bonkers, dude, every time something happens crazy. But we have a harmful microwaves coming in again. It will be down to 34.1%. 𝗧𝗵𝗺 coming in as well. All in on that 𝗹𝗶. It will be living on 2.8%. Everything is being overexerted right now to its most. This is the time for Mr. 𝗏𝗏 to show up and start sweeping stuff around here. Oh, actually, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a problem. Alright, this 𝗏𝗏 is in here and he is here for the show, I guess. How is it gonna go? 𝗏𝗏 definitely, I think, takes this match away if you ask me, but again, I'm not the best judger over here. Strangle is gonna be the winning move right now if he has it. If there is a strangle, this is the win. If there is not, then this looks like a problematic situation that we are in. And we have a C-Spike coming in, covering that Molgu swap as well. Scavenger coming up, 45%. Strangle coming in. And Molgu is alive for that synergy. Looks like it will be a GG with those poison ticks coming in. And as usual, the poison ticks are gonna be enough. Actually, you know what? This 𝗏𝗏 is still not done. This 𝗏𝗏 is still not done. C-Spike coming in again on that Molgu. It will be going down. Another scavenger comes up to 25%. Strangle coming in again. But I guess it will be going down now. GG. That 𝗏𝗏 tried his best, but he could not carry the weight of those toxic ticks.